The BC Chamber of Commerce is criticizing the provincial government on its response or lack of response on a significant issue facing investors. A recent Supreme Court of Canada decision has given First Nations title to land use in BC, but it does provide government with some options. Now the Chamber wants the province to clarify those options.
BC is rich in resources and not too short on unsettled land claims either. It has been a source of concern for investors. A recent decision out of the Supreme Court of Canada added to the mix. It gave title to the Chilcotin First Nation, but it also gave government the opportunity to make land use decisions based on the greater public interest. But
so far, the province hasn't dealt with that in any material way. And our concern is largely that international investors in particular are now feeling very uncertain, and they're looking for some degree of information. They're looking for something that what the government plans to do in the whole area of creating public interest and what constitutes justification. So all this uncertainty is really not helping anything.
It's what prompted the Chamber to pass a resolution at its AGM asking government to acknowledge and accept that the courts have given the province the right to uphold public interest, develop a plan and process for how to uphold public interest rights in regard to First Nations, proactively manage public interest expectations, and publicly state how it will use the public interest rights. John Winter says anecdotally, the lack of certainty has far-reaching implications.
There was mining folks were in Hong Kong, and there was an international forum, and when they get together they look and talk and compare notes, and one of the speakers suggested very specifically that the uncertainty now in British Columbia in the absence of this information was going to prejudice investments in British Columbia's economy. So very concerning for sure.
While the comments were made at a mining conference in Hong Kong, Winter says there are many affected industries, such as the LNG industry, talked about by Energy Minister Rich Coleman just over a year ago.
So there'll be gas plants, gas lines, gas pipelines and drilling taking place up there. That's going to be an incremental amount of jobs. And there's thousands that would work on the pipeline and all the ancillary stuff there. Then there's the plants. So if you take out one piece of it and just talk about the LNG plants, it's about 30,000. But if you take it right up the stream, the value stream, it's about 100,000.
Winter says with unprecedented investment opportunities, time is of the essence.
And in the whole area around LNG is perhaps the best example, because we're looking at international competitors, whether it's Australia or it's somewhere in the Middle East or wherever, who are far ahead of us.
Calls to different ministries failed to yield a response to the Chamber's resolution by deadline. Cheryl Jan, CKPG News.